Live from the Western Mass News Studios in Springfield, this is Better Western Mass.
Well, hello there, everybody. Hope you're doing well. The latest jobs report showed an uptick in the number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits, at least for first time. Good afternoon and welcome here to Better Western Mass. I am Taylor Jacobs. So we got a whole lot to get to here in this show. But first, we're going to play you this story right here that has to do really with all about job hunting during the pandemic. Take a look.
For 26-year-old Poonam Desai, job hunting during the pandemic is a full-time job.
I've written hundreds of cover letters, redone my resume hundreds of times.
Her contract as a consultant ended before the pandemic hit, and now she's among an estimated 10 million Americans searching for work.
It seems like a million more people competing for every same position.
Her biggest frustration, not hearing back from employers.
It kind of is dehumanizing. It makes you feel like you're not even worth a simple email.
High unemployment and remote working are making it harder and more important for applicants to find a way to stand out. One way to make an impression, play up your skills that are attractive in a work-from-home environment.
You want somebody who can stay on task. So I'm detail-oriented, I can stay focused, self-motivator, self-scheduler.
Next, practice doing virtual interviews with friends.
Making sure that you're engaged the entire time. Sometimes you need to be a little bit more animated for that to come across on camera.
And finally, consider applying for jobs outside of your industry that use the same skills. The hospitality, food service, and entertainment industries are still shedding jobs. But sectors like delivery and construction are hiring back workers.
If I was a server, could I go do something for Amazon in delivery or Uber driving or Walmart e-commerce or Target e-commerce? I think there are lots of transferable skills and they may want to pivot back, and that's completely explainable down the road.
Matthew Bakley was laid off in September.
Dealing with COVID on its own is a struggle in and of itself for most people. And to add a job search on top of that is quite a stress load.
Soon, he noticed a trend in job postings.
The posting may say that it's got a specific location, but in reality, they're open to having a remote worker.
He landed a new job this month after connecting with a former colleague. One part of the search, he says, hasn't changed during the pandemic.
It holds true that your networking is going to be your easiest way to land a new gig.
And one final tip. During remote job interviews, look directly at the camera instead of at the interviewer. A little bit of eye contact, even if it's through a computer screen, can go a long way. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
All right, it is time for some better health and another Heart Month lecture coming up for BAYSTATE Health. Today, we're talking about the heart's electrical system and latest treatments. This should be a fascinating conversation. Cardio-electrophysiologist Dr. Fadi Shahub joins us now. Doctor, thank you very much for coming on today. I'd never even heard of such a role. So just briefly, can you, for the layman here, meaning me, can you explain the role of the heart's electrical system?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on your program. I'm very delighted to be here to speak with you about this very important topic. So again, my name is Fadi Shahub. I'm one of the cardiac electrophysiologists. I'm a cardiologist at BAYSTATE Medical Center, and I'm a specialized cardiologist in the heart's electrical conduction system. And I deal with treatment of abnormal heart rhythms, be it fast or slow, with the different modalities which we will speak about.
Well, that's very interesting there. And can you kind of talk then to the dangers? Is it common to have irregular heartbeats, I guess I would describe it as?
Yes, absolutely. So abnormal heart rhythms or arrhythmias are quite common. As a matter of fact, atrial fibrillation is the most common arrhythmia or abnormal heart rhythm that we encounter. It affects upward of 7 to 8 million Americans, and it is a great public health issue. And it definitely affects a great deal of people because it tends to be asymptomatic in a great deal of folks. And atrial fibrillation does increase our risk of having a stroke. So that's why I think it is an important issue to be aware of.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So with these heart lecture series then, is that kind of what you're getting into, letting people know who may be asymptomatic out there, likely not knowing that this is a problem for them? How do you break down to them that their current situation if they don't even know they have it?
Absolutely. So the goal of this lecture series is to go over the heart's electrical system, to go over what arrhythmias are, and to delve deeper into the different heart rhythm abnormalities, specifically atrial fibrillation, and how we can monitor it and how we can detect it early, so that we can treat it earlier.
Very interesting. So I'm guessing modern medicine probably helps in this. Is there technology that kind of boosts the treatments with this?
Absolutely. I mean, the treatment for heart rhythms disorders has changed dramatically over the past decade. The way we treat our patients 10 years ago is very different than how we treat our patients now. Nowadays, we have different modalities with minimally invasive procedures that we can perform to help treat these various forms of heart rhythm disturbances. We have catheter-based procedures, which are minimally invasive procedures that definitely help treat these arrhythmias.
Very interesting. So, Doctor, actually, we're going to pull this up. We just want to let everybody know that this lecture series is going to be taking place Sunday starting at noon, right there, 12 to 1. BayStateHealth.org is how you register for this, because they are virtual, typically over at the Whitney Ave location, I believe. But you guys kind of switch them with the times and going virtual. Doctor, any last things you want to say to the viewers about what they can look forward to with this series?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to speaking to them about it. I think it's a very important topic that everyone has to be aware of. It's a very common issue. And I look forward to answering any questions or concerns that they may have.
There you go. Dr. Shadi Falhoub, thank you very much for coming on today. Best of luck to you in this series, and thanks for what you do. Coming up on Better Western Mass, folks, we're sharing some home design trends, a foodie's dream, and much more. Don't miss it. All right, better home time. And if you're one of the many people looking to take your house to the design game to a whole new level, well, you look no further than this. Life and Style editor Joanne Butler joins us with some cool innovations in home design and also technology you do need to know about right now.
Well, thanks for having me. It's all about form, function, and smart technology right now, and the luxury appliance brand Signature Kitchen Suite, which always has primo top-of-the-line inventions, has come out with this under-counter convertible drawer fridge, a first of its kind, so cool. It lets you store food in 6 different temperature zones, so you can use it for whatever you want, as a basic fridge, a freezer, a bar, or just a pantry. Love, love, love this, and you can put it anywhere, in the kitchen, the game room. It's just so versatile, really a foodie's dream. And then totally loving this under-counter wine fridge. It holds 41 bottles and has wine cave technology that mimics the ideal environment of historic old world wine caves. So it reduces vibration, it limits light exposure and temperature changes, optimizes humidity. It even comes with a smart sommelier app that makes food and wine pairings for you. So genius. And so many people are upping their laundry games right now. It's like the room to update. And this is definitely the way to do it. This is called the LG Studio Wash Tower, an industry first single unit washer and dryer that take up half the floor space of a side-by-side. It has a center control panel too, so no reaching or bending for hard to reach buttons. And it has built-in technology that actually figures out how to wash whatever fabrics you put in it in a lot less time too, so powers through large loads in under 30 minutes. And then this is the creme de la creme, also from LG. It's called the LG Studio Styler. It's a full-size steam closet that refreshes, removes odors without harsh chemicals, and sanitizes. We're talking clothes, bedding, toys, you name it. It's certified asthma and allergy friendly too, a total must for right now. And you can use it anywhere in your home, from your laundry room to the closet. It doesn't need plumbing, so you just, fill it with water, plug it in. It's also a gorgeous piece in your house. And of course, safety is extremely important when it comes to protecting your home. So I really admire the brand Schlage. More than 40 million homes use them. They're the leaders in home security and access solutions that you can really trust to deliver quality and innovative products. And their newest smart lock, the Schlage Encode Smart Wi-Fi Deadbolt, is super cool. It's graded best in security, durability, and finish, and gives homeowners access to remotely manage their locks works from anywhere with built-in Wi-Fi connectivity. So all you have to do is pair it with your home's network, and you have full control to manage it through the Schlage Home app. I just love this. And Schlage makes a ton of other indoor and outdoor hardware products too, so whatever your style, traditional, contemporary, transitional, all premium materials, expert craftsmanship, really durable stuff, good value. Check them out at Schlage.com. And there you have it, some must-have home innovations.
Coming up on Better Western Mass, in honor of Black History Month, InStyle magazine is putting the spotlight on 21 Black-owned beauty brands. Well, being included when it comes at least to beauty products is something everybody wants, but Black women have been historically left out of that conversation, even though they spend more money on beauty products than any other racial group. How about that? That's why for Black History Month, InStyle magazine is putting the spotlight on 21 Black-owned beauty brands who are changing the game.
Although, a 2018 study from Nielsen actually found that Black women spend the most money out of all racial groups on beauty products, whether it be hair care, skin care, anything else, we actually have the least amount of representation. So here we wanted to celebrate 21 founders and change makers in the industry who are really pushing things forward, not only to normalize Black beauty, but also are just making products that work for everybody. And it's really important to be supporting these people because, we need equity when it comes to resolving issues with racism. The first person that came to mind, of course, was Dame Pat McGrath, and she is a revolutionary makeup artist. And I think specifically when it comes to Pat McGrath's products, what she's known for is these really, really strong pigment and colors. And I think so often what we see is that women of a darker complexion oftentimes can't find makeup that works for them. And this is beyond foundation, but just makeup that will show up on their skin. And when you're using a product from Pat McGrath, whether it's a highlighter or, an eyeshadow palette or anything else, it's guaranteed to show up. We're also celebrating the creators of this new line that came out called 4C Only, which is a 4-step hair care system which is specifically made and formulated to work with 4C hair, because although we do have a lot of products now on the market for natural hair, many of them actually do not cater to 4C hair, right? So we have to make sure that when we are releasing hair products, they work for everybody across the spectrum. We also have Jacqueline Carrington, who is the founder of People of Color Nail Polish, and she actually created her line because she loves nail polish, but she actually didn't ever really see nail polish against brown skin. And so she wanted to be able to create a line that would, variety of colors that would work for everyone's skin. So now we're really celebrating these people who are coming together and making the industry more inclusive for everybody, and especially for those who are left out, Black women. This is definitely a message for everybody. Black History Month is just 1 month out of the year, but Black people exist, our businesses exist, everything that we do matters 365, 24/7. So I think it's really important that, yes, although it is Black History Month and that everybody's talking about Black-owned brands right now, it's important to be supporting these brands year-round. Until we no longer have the issue of people feeling excluded at all, until we're at a point where it's no longer celebrated, but rather normalized when a Black person owns a business or a Black person is the face of a brand, or there are, makeup and foundation options and skincare options and hair care options for everybody, and it's just normalized. I don't think anybody is doing enough. So while we have made so many strides and they're all fantastic to see, we still have a lot more work to do in order to normalize Black beauty and truly create a space that's just inclusive just because it is, and not because people want applause or praise for doing so.
All right, coming up on Better Western Mass, a year-old girl started her own business. Find out how she's helping kids who are having major surgeries. Plus, we have a preview of tonight's episode of People TV. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Let's check out some entertainment news. Here's a look at what's coming up on tonight's new episode of People TV.
Tonight on People, the extremely inspiring story of Mallory Wegeman, a Paralympic gold medalist who found purpose in the pool after her life was changed forever during a medical procedure.
All of a sudden, my legs dropped. I heard a thud, I had a sharp shooting pain, and then it was like nothing.
Mallory Wegeman was a 19-year-old college student when something went terribly wrong while receiving an epidural to relieve pain from shingles.
It took time for me to realize that these were my circumstances, that I was paralyzed, that I wouldn't walk again, that I would use 4 wheels to get about rather than step with 2 feet.
A swimmer since she was a little girl, Mallory was inspired to get back in the pool after watching Paralympic swim trials that were taking place near her home for the 2008 Beijing Games.
I think that was the first time after my paralysis that I felt like I saw a path forward. I felt like I saw people I saw myself in, and there was hope.
4 years later, she won gold at the London Games, but then another setback. That's tonight on People.
Good tease coming up on Better Western Mass. This grandma is a TikTok sensation. Stay tuned to find out how she racked up over 125,000 followers. And as we send you off to break, take a look at your local Steal and Deal.
Hey guys, I have a great idea for you today from Reathlete. This concept of percussive therapy is one of the hottest concepts going right now. You're going to have your choice of some different models. We have the Deep 4, we have the Fold, and it's going to come with, by the way, different attachments, which I absolutely love. So this is one that you're going to charge. When you charge, you're going to find whatever attachment you want, and then you're going to decide where you want this therapy. Physical therapists started out using this, and this is what everybody's talking about. So now I have it in here, right? All charged. I'm going to hold this for a minute. This is percussive therapy. This is almost like a deep tissue, but you're controlling it. This is going to be an unbelievable pinpoint massage. You know how you get all the tension right up here? Wait, hold on. Oh my, yeah. I'm sorry, am I ignoring you? So this is amazing. Now there's a lot of great options on localsteals.com. There's even more great options than what I'm showing you here. But here's the deal. You wake up funny, you sit too long, your back hurts, you overdid it in the gym. Anyone would love this. Everyone would love this. You can do this while you're watching TV. You can do this anytime, day or night. Here's what I love. These can be extremely investment oriented. If you go to localsteals.com right now, they're 20 to 44% off. Do yourself a favor, make yourself happy. Trust me, you will love it.
Better Western Mass rolls on now. Before we say goodbye, everybody, let's show you some good stories to help you out on this hump day. This 12-year-old girl was given a sewing machine as a gift. Now, this when she was just 7 years old. So 5 years before this, keep in mind. And the first thing she did was make a doll that had a scar matching the one on her lip, where she had surgery as a baby for a cleft palate. Now she has her own business called Stitches by Charlotte, sewing surgery companion dolls for kids who have to undergo medical procedures. And each doll is specifically made for each customer, complete with a matching scar to let them know they are not alone. It's okay. It's just on the outside. It's what's on the inside that counts, or at least we're always told that. And an 81-year-old grandmother proves TikTok isn't just for the teens. Erica Rishko has uploaded more than 100 videos of herself just doing exercises and dances amid this pandemic. The goal here is to encourage others to remain active. She's earned the nickname Fitness GRAN in Germany and has amassed about 125,000 followers. Now, she says with all the support she's getting online, she's never been as self-confident as she is now. How about that? Nice form as she gets in the ball there, working on the core. And that's vital, actually, in this time of the pandemic. We've heard this from doctors. Staying active actually helps. And speaking of the pandemic, tonight at 7 o'clock, we have a Facebook Live with doctors over at Mercy Medical Center. You're going to want to check that out, everybody. It gets moving at 7 p.m. You can check it out on your streaming devices. And also, you just download our free Western Mass News streaming app to get it there, get all of your questions answered. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.